Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 52 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel, as it is the New Beginning episode. 3 major shows in this one episode. So we got the New Beginning show in the US, we have the New Beginning show in Sapporo, and then to end out the tour in the New Beginning show that's in Osaka. So that's going to be huge, but also not only those 3 major shows, but there are some big time matches happening on those shows. Some lucky fucking fans to show up to some of these shows, because there's going to be some big time matches. Basically, every belt's going to get defended throughout that tour. As far as I think there's 3 title matches on each show. To split it up like that, just felt like it was a lot easier to do it like that. But yeah, I mean, this is huge. I think this is a huge tour for us. Obviously, as far as we're in a unique spot in the fallout from Wrestle Kingdom, but also we got a lot of things to look forward to in the fact of New Japan Cup coming up. We got after that, obviously, we'll have really the now into the round robin tournaments. Kind of throughout that, after that, after we go through Sakura Genesis and Wrestling Dutaku, it's kind of full steam ahead to the Best Super Juniors. So that's really the plan going forward, as far as obviously thinking ahead. But for this New Beginning show, massive, absolutely massive, and all of them really are. But I'd say, as far as the biggest one, we wanted to try to make it be Osaka, just as far as have the biggest matches on last. Felt like that just made sense from a story perspective. But there is a hell of a main event here for this New Beginning show in the U.S. Obviously, we want the U.S. title match to be on last, as it's Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Bryan Danielson in the main event. Yeah, as far as this happened during the G1 last year, time limit draw, so we didn't get to see a winner. So we get to see maybe 60 minutes is going to be enough between these two guys. Obviously, as far as I don't need to sell that match to anybody. I think everyone kind of knows how big of a match that's going to be for everyone. And the co-main event, forgot to add a little champion thing. There we go. As never overweight 6-man tag team title match, way up there on the card. Felt like this is a perfect spot for it mainly because we want to put that belt in a pretty high marquee, but also felt like, having AJ Styles and the Young Bucks on the co-main event, I feel like that's a great spot for it, as they're taking on the LIJ team of Tetsuya Naito, Hiromu Takahashi, and Sanada. So that's huge. It's a big-time match for them, as far as looking for them, as far as in the future, they have some big-time matches coming up, but as far as for the rest of the card, Shotaro Ashino and Joe Doring looking to get some revenge on their former stablemates, as far as they kicked them out, of course, during the New Year. I was about to say New Year's Dash, but about to say New Year Giant series, but yeah, the New Year's Dash show where we saw Task Force Death turn on Shotaro Ashino and Joe Doring, kicking them out of their own stable, as we get to see them collide in a tag match as Ashino and Doring taking on Pac and Kingston. Another tag match of Birdie Lee and Black Taurus taking on Jay White and Miro. Fun little tag match here. This is obviously building up to the New Beginning and Sapporo show that you see as the co-main for that show. So, little building there. 8-man tag of Liberty United versus United Empire. Anytime we're going to have a Liberty United Empire match in the U.S. shows, I always want to go with it. It's an 8-man. It's going to be Juice, Hammerstone, Cobb, and Shelley against the United Empire of United Rage. So, Katsuya Kitamura and the Great Khan, Josh Alexander, and Walter. Big time match. I mean, obviously, United Empire maybe not on that same level as the Liberty United team. Maybe United Empire can get the win here. I have faith in both those teams, obviously. I think it's going to be a fun little match. Then the 6-man matchup on this card, Kota Ibushi will be revealed as the leader of Blast Off. I want to say we did some marketing, kind of like on Twitter and in social media and YouTube and stuff, doing like vignettes and really having Takuya Nomura, Fuminori Abe, and Jason Lee talking about we want to, take our talents to that next level. We really want to be at the top echelon of New Japan Pro Wrestling. So to have Kota Ibushi be the guy to not only lead them into the future, but I think that's a great spot for him. Because he's kind of in no man's land. He just won the New Japan Rumble right now, which is, it's not the biggest thing in the world for Kota Ibushi to do, but it's something at least for him to do. But to have him lead Takuya Nomura, Fuminori Abe, and Jason Lee, and Shun Skywalker as well, to lead those guys, I think it's going to be great for him. I think all those guys kind of make sense in their own way. Really, specifically, they all have traits that really Kota Ibushi can do well, really besides Takuya Nomura, which that's not even going to be Takuya Nomura, actually. I just now realized that's going to be Jason Lee and not Takuya Nomura, so let's go ahead and change that for at least the card. aspect of it, but it's in the game. It's the right match, so at least that makes sense for the pre-booking side. They're taking on Jonathan Gresham, Daniel Makabe, and Lee Moriarty. Lee Moriarty's super over in America right now in this mod, so that's awesome to see. That's kind of why he's in this match instead of obviously like a Zack Sabre Jr. But this should be a hell of a match, though. This is big. I thought about maybe doing something with Shibata, Fredericks, and like Coughlin maybe against Zach and those guys, but I felt like this is a better match because we're gonna have a junior tag team title matchup between Makabe and Gresham against Jason Lee and Abe. It's a little building there. Could have went either way though with that, I think, but opted for that match instead because I felt like that's the best spot to have a Bushi debut, where it's at least a big deal, I think, for the U.S. fans, but not like it probably been a bigger deal maybe if we did this in Japan, but what can you do? I felt like it was better to do it here. But Top Flight, taking on Myron Reed and Shane Strickland. Fun match here. I really like that match on paper. We'll see how it goes. This is definitely set in that Steal the Spot show where they're going to go out full tilt, like 90s, mid to late 90s WCW Cruiserweight car crash style matchup, which I think you get like 12 minutes. Do everything you possibly can in those 12 minutes. Not going to have a lot of psychology or anything, but we're looking to really give them a crazy junior heavyweight tag team match. It's the idea there. And to kick off the show, mystery opponent taking on Kyle O'Reilly. Hint, hint, it's Roderick Strong. It's a little spoiler alert, but yeah, the story going forward, Dragon's Den, Rushmore. It'll be the debut of Rushmore on the New Beginning and Sapporo show. We'll go through those cards after we run the New Beginning show, because obviously we have a lot of shows to run. So I want to focus this first, but you see the New Beginning and Sapporo show as far as the top matches. But yeah, that's where we're at as far as this New Beginning show in the U.S. We're already here at the date, so we just go ahead and advance to it, as I want to make sure we have the right order, at least. I'm going to bring this up. They got us at Chase Field. That's a pretty big venue. I didn't even think where we're going to run this at. Yeah, because we ran the Cow Palace last year. That drew about 12,000. I think Chase Field draws like, I mean, yeah, about to say, we're really, really over. Because that's where the Diamondbacks play. Jesus Christ. Wasn't really paying attention to our popularity in the States. We are super over. Wow. I mean, is there a bigger venue than that we can run? Let's go 60,000. Yeah, we gotta add some football stadiums here. It looks like this, because I'm just thinking like the Niner Stadium. That sits. Yeah, obviously that was a WrestleMania venue. That sits a lot of people, and the Cardinal Stadium. A lot of the NFL stadiums we'll probably have to add. Oh, there's AT&T though. Stadiums, at least they have that. Wow. Yeah, that's the one thing about this mod. It's tough because there's only so many things you can do in a mod for if it's like one or two people working on it. Definitely, as far as like venues are a big thing for me to have in a mod. The more the merrier. But yeah, I mean, we'll looks like we're gonna run Chase Field. Huge. I mean, that's massive. How about that? As we should probably run Northwest, now I'm thinking about it. I don't think they have a venue. But that'd be cool to have Brian Russell in like his home venue if we can run somewhere. The Tacoma Dome would be perfect, but there's not enough. That'd be just a waste of time only running that many people. Oh, we can run, yeah, where the Trailblazers play. It's about 20,000. Capital One Arena. Well, that's the wrong Washington. So I'm assuming whoever did these venues, not that up in U.S. geography, they just saw Washington and were like, oh, it's going to be in the Northwest. That's D.C., brother. It's going the other way. Poor guys. Yeah, looks like it's going to be... Yeah, looks like it's Chase Field. God damn, that's a lot of people. A lot of people in the U.S., though. As, we gotta run the, backstage incident. It's Kojima, passing on microphone work about psychology to Hiyato Tamura. Hell yeah. But yeah, Bryan Danielson, Hiroshi Tanahashi for the U.S. title. Danielson's gonna win 33 minutes. Hell of a little match, though. Like that a lot. I think the first time they had a match, it was a 92. We'll see what happens here. I think Tanahashi's stats maybe not aren't going to be as good for the U.S. audience as it is in Japan, but we'll see. You never know. As a never avoid 6-man matchup, as Rushmore, AJ Styles going to beat Sonata there. We'll go ahead and add the post-show thing where Rushmore make a little, as far as post-show press conference, Rushmore debut. So as far as like AJ and the Bucks are having their press conference, and as far as the reveal of Roderick Strong joining them out to be the newest member and to be the new faction, as far as to have their names revealed, they are the Rushmore, Mount Rushmore, but as far as we can't really call it Mount Rushmore because out of respect to the PWG faction, so they're just going to be Rushmore. But yeah, that's nothing really too crazy there. Pretty straightforward stuff. Shino and Doring against Pac and Kingston. So Shino's going to beat Kingston here. They're going to have 2 singles matches between, as far as we're going to have a Shino and Pac, Doring and Kingston on the New Beginning and Sapporo show. So just a little future building there. Then another future building tag match. Brody Lee, Black Taurus, Jay White, Miro. Miro going to be Black Taurus. I love a Miro Black Taurus idea of a match. I don't think we'll probably ever run it as far as like a singles match. Maybe on Strong or something, but I just love that idea. And then obviously Jay White taking on Brody for the Never Owned title and Sapporo. So there's a little building there. Liberty United, United Empire, 8-man tag. Walter gonna beat Alex Shelley. Huge win for Walter. We're really trying to push him in the right direction here. Had a feeling Shelley's gonna be upset. We'll keep him strong, which didn't want to do, but I love Alex Shelley. I don't want to make him upset. Yeah, and then we have Kota Ibushi wanting to take Blast off to that next level of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Basically, it's not like a promo or anything. It's literally just him being like, just debuting as, not debuting, as far as being the, I thought about maybe it being a mystery person with him, but then probably just a unannounced team against United Empire, maybe, something like that. I don't know, but Kota Ibushi's going to beat Lee Moriarty, nonetheless. Then oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. As far as you saw the Chaos thing, I'm like, what the hell's going on? So Kazuchika Okada is with Ashino and Doring during their entrances, leading them off. It's the heavyweight champions here, and we have the 2 newest members of Chaos, and Shotaro Ashino and Joe Doring. And just, is Chaos back? Yeah, Chaos looking to get back into the right direction, and that's going to be a post-show press conference for the champion. As far as Chaos, we'll just have it as that. But Kazuchika Okada, talking about how for the past year he's really seen it, as far as the lowest point for the stable. Chaos, as far as they're getting older. We haven't seen a crop of guys come in a while, and he jumped at the opportunity, had a lot of respect for Ashino in the title match, and he's seen what Doring can do firsthand, and he's a dangerous opponent. So just kind of hyping up those guys and talking about them being joining Chaos, and Ashino and Doring, as far as they're focused on getting their revenge against their former stable. So they're putting over that. As so now we have the top flight match against the Foundation, the Myron Reed and Shane Strickland. This should be a banger, though. Strickland obviously very over in the U.S. and does very well. Top Flight done well in the U.S. and Myron Reed's done very well on Strong. This is a huge opportunity, though, and I think it's a fun match, but Top Flight going to get the win. Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Roddy's going to beat Kyle there in 18 minutes in his New Japan debut. So yeah, Red Shoes is given too much. I'm assuming he's got the 6-man right after. Yep, sure does. We'll just give that to Marty Sami. There we go. I don't think we'll have anything on the pre-show. I'm thinking about it. We got 10 angles, but we have obviously 8 matches. So yeah, we'll add a couple. Go with a 6-man. That's the first match. Yeah, we'll probably go Fredericks with Coughlin Connors. Even though it's weird. We use them as like a U.S. like the LA Dojo kids, but they're not even that over in the U.S. So it's just kind of funny whenever we try to do that. But they're gonna take on the team. I was thinking here. Um, yeah, it's tough because really, probably the best idea would maybe be United Empire, but there's not enough juniors obviously to do that now. Um, damn. We might just go Chaos here. We might just go Francesco, Eagles, and Rocky. Not a bad little match. As I will have Francesco beat Coughlin. Yeah, as far as I was thinking, maybe singles for the next one, next pre-show match. Yeah, let's have an El Kukui appearance. Yeah, there's Lockhart. Maybe someone to help get him over though. Yeah, Logan Gray, a couple of guys just to get them rocking and rolling. Because really, Velocities plus Logan Gray, I like them, but we just don't have any room, I think, to really use them, unfortunately. This might be the year we finally get rid of them. Which is unfortunate, because I like those guys, but, we've got 100 people on the goddamn roster. It's time to start trimming it down. But, yeah, that is the New Beginning show. See how it runs, the New Beginning in U.S. show. It could have been a lot worse. Obviously, it being a pre-show helped it a little bit, but El Kukui getting the win. The Shooting Star Press in 10:25. He outperformed him. 64, though, for this matchup. Figured Rocky Romero would do pretty well, but he actually was one of the worst guys. Well, one of the worst guys for his side, but the Chaos Junior six-man team does really well here. As Francesco getting the win with a Utaka and 16-15. Not bad at all for the Chaos team. And then Kyle O'Reilly losing to the debuting Roderick Strong, as the sick kick from Roderick Strong in 17:42. Hell of a performance from Kyle O'Reilly. Figured he'd do well in this setting. Was hoping Roddy do a little bit better. As far as making his debut, though, you got to start somewhere. But Danielson was the road agent too. Good stuff. Good way to start the show. Damn. Not over enough. I was hoping that it would be. That's the kind of the weird thing about booking shows that's not in your promotion's region is since it's based off of reception in your home region, it's not based off of kind of like what would be your promotion during, as far as running in that venue, kind of how your roster would be perceived. So that's kind of weird. I know it's a weird thing. This would have been a little bit better. Still would have been great, but obviously would have been a little bit better had the crowd been like, oh yeah, these guys are over. But what can you do? But Dante Martin gets the win the springboard cutter in 12:44. Good showing from Dante Martin and Shane Strickland. I thought about just doing another singles match here and having Kyle and Roddy start off and then do Strickland and Dante Martin. But I felt like at least throwing in Darius and Myron would be a good building block for those two. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think we'll get the crowd back, though, by the time we get there. And blast off. As far as Kota Ibushi being a part of the group, great performance from Kota Ibushi. Hell of a performance from Jonathan Gresham, too, with an 80. But yeah, Jason Lee, Fuminara Abe, getting a new leader for Blast Off, and Kota Ibushi, huge. Huge. I thought about renaming him to, forget what Kota Ibushi's school name was. I was trying to look it up. Because I thought it was just like Ibushi Tech, but it might be actually under a different name. But, that was just an idea, but I was just like, we'll keep Blast Off for now. But Kota Ibushi pinning Lee Moriarty with the Phoenix Plex. Tough bump for Lee Moriarty, but he almost, it was really good, though. It was a good showing for him. Just too short. I didn't even think about that. It'd be too short in the eyes for an important match. So I gave it a little bit more time. Who would have known? 67. Wow, did not expect that to be so bad. Don't know if it's because Walter did really well. 72. That's awesome to see. 74 for Juice. 76 for Shelley. Great stuff all around. Sure, we probably should have Jeff Cobb or Hammerstone lose to Walter. But I want to get the most out of a Walter win. As he gets to win the Golden Bomb in 20 minutes. Hell of a performance, though, for United Empire. As far as with Walter and Josh Alexander. Great little team. I think they're a team to watch out for whenever we add the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles. Because that's a hell of a little team. That's a fun team. As far as that's like a unfortunate better version of the Monster Mafia team with Alexander and Ethan Page. That's like a better version of that team as far as that to replace Ethan Page with Walter. Like it adds a little bit more oomph to it. It's a fun. These are two fun teams though. Like separated them, put them together as a stable. Got some beefy boys that can stretch you the fuck out and beat you up. It's pretty awesome. I gotta wanna. Not it's not like I have any like creative as far as importance here in this, but this is literally just put these four guys together on the same side, and you're gonna get a pretty damning side. A beefy match though. You really think about it. You got the Cobbs in this. Hammerstone's fucking jacked. Katsuki Nomura obviously jacked. Beefy boys in there. Beefy boys slapping meat as Brody Lee and Black Taurus taking on Jay White and Miro. As Jay White and Miro getting the win here. Miro with the game over Black Taurus. Yeah, obviously Brody and Black Taurus have that excellent chemistry, or great chemistry rather, as a team, and that got them a little bit over the hump. As far as if you kind of, it's close though. Could have went either way. Obviously, we went with the Jay White Miro team because it just felt like they were the better team. But it's kind of wild that Miro only got a 69 here, as that is nice. But I figured that'd be well over the 70s. Something. I guess inconsistency is what happened there. Unfortunate, but that's all right. We'll keep it rolling. And Okada with the Shino enduring new members of Chaos as they get the win with a 91. We might have to call them the Agents of Chaos or something. As Shino tapping out at Kingston with a reverse cross arm breaker. Hell of a match, though. I figured it'd be good. I didn't think it'd be like 90 plus good. So I'm very happy we got this a little higher on the card. But yeah, I mean, that Shino Pac match is going to be crazy. That's going to be a hell of a match. But the Shino with an 87 here in the States is just hilarious. And just kind of thinking that, like, I don't think a Shino's ever wrestled in the U.S., obviously. And just because we've, broadcasted it, and obviously it's a game, we've helped get him to the point where he's kind of over in the States. It's just very, very funny. I guess ironic is kind of what we're looking for there instead of funny. But nonetheless, let's just keep it rolling. 6-man tag. Never avoid 6-man tag. Team title matchup. The 5th defense for AJ and the Bucks. I believe that's the record for the save. Don't think we've had a 6-man team that's had more. I think 4 is the record. It might be 5. Might be the most, so they might have tied the record. So they're looking to break it. That would be huge if they do, but obviously a hell of a trio. Hell of a trio for both sides. The better trio did win, though, so that's cool to see, but tough break for Sonata. I feel like he's the odd man out now, because you got the tag team champions, obviously, a Naito and a Romu, have the New Japan Strong Overweight champion and Shingo. Bushi is getting a number 1 contender, or he is the number 1 contender for the junior title. He won a 4-way on Strong. Between Ryu Lee, obviously him, want to say Lee Moriarty and somebody else. Kind of forget the 4th guy now. But that's huge. And yeah, that's just a hell of a co-main. We'll see how the main does. Yeah, Bryan Danielson and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Forgot they have great chemistry, so I didn't even think about that, but that's a hell of a match. The Tanahashi getting carried. Don't mind Bryan Danielson being the best in the fucking world here as he gets his 3rd defense of the U.S. title, and yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't be mad at that. It's a hell of a main event. That's a really good show. I was a little nervous because we really didn't start really clicking until about right before the co-mains. I was like, man, we might not have a really good card on our hands because with the 52 and a couple of mid-60 matches and segments, but we got it rolling. And man, that was a hell of a main and co-main. Can't be mad at that at all. Yeah, we obviously got to put over Bryan Danielson. I mean, he fucking single-handedly made the show. Oh, yeah, and then AJ as well. He did really well in that. I guess Hiromu, too. Maybe Pac. Yeah, Pac did really well in that 6-man. Good stuff. Good stuff there. Can't beat that. So that's the New Beginning show in the U.S. On to now, as far as I believe, there's 2 Road 2 shows, then New Beginning in Sapporo, then 2 more Road 2 shows, then New Beginning Osaka. I believe that's the schedule. We'll go through the card here in a little bit. We will stop the recording for now, since it's wanting to freeze up on us loading-wise, so we will go over the card here in a little bit. Alrighty, so the cards look like this. So the first one, Sapporo, the New Beginning in Sapporo show. We already, saw the main in Shibata versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the Intercontinental title, a rematch from Dominion, main eventing this show. Obviously, anytime we can have a match like this, even though Shibata's not at that level that I would hope and wish he was. I wish it was still, a basically 2013, 2014 Katsura Shibata in there, but it is what it is. He still should do very well with Zack, and they had a fun little match at Dominion. I think it's going to be even better. The main event's a New Beginning and Support show. The co-main, though, Jay White versus Brody Lee. As far as both guys are in a unique situation here. Brody, of course, just became the Never Openweight champion at Wrestle Kingdom, and of course, Jay White just lost his New Japan Strong Openweight title at Wrestle Kingdom. Well, actually, he didn't lose that belt. I don't know why I said that. He lost in his chance to become the New Japan Strong Openweight champion. That's a big match, though. Big match for both guys. As far as Brody looking to get his first defense of his second reign, and Jay White looking to get... it's wild because, obviously, in real life, Jay White's been the Never Openweight champion, but he hasn't been the champion in this save, because obviously that happened as far as, after we started the save. So, in the game sense. That's a fun little co-main, though. They've had good matches in the past. So that should be fun. And then Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii taking on Hiromu Takahashi and Tetsuya Naito in a non-title tag team title matchup. I feel like this was a good idea to do a non-title. Mainly because it keeps having 3 title matches on the card, but also don't think it's necessary. Okada's the heavyweight champion. Don't need to have a double champion run and have the potential of that. Might as well just make it a non-title match. And then, of course, the singles matches we talked about, and Shotaro Ashino versus Pac, which could be the best thing on this card. I think right now, going into it, that's my odds-on favorite to be the best thing on this card. And then Joe Doring versus Eddie Kingston. Rushmore versus Dragon's Den in an 8-man tag. Order of Destruction, former, of course, tag team champions, and Calvin Tankman and Will Hobbs taking on Miro and Brody King. And to kick off the show, junior heavyweight tag team title matchup, Fuminori Abe, Jason Lee Blastoff taking on Daniel Makabe and Jonathan Gresham. Not a bad night. A lot of singles matches, though, for a New Beginning show. Really not used to that, having 4 singles matches on the main show. Pretty unique. Then the New Beginning in Osaka show looks like this. IWGP Heavyweight title matchup. The return matchup. Okada, of course, had the draw with Hiromu at the Wrestle Grand Slam show in Tokyo, I want to say off the top of my head. As far as, pretty sure it was at the Tokyo Dome. Might have been in the National Stadium, now I'm thinking about it. It was one of the 2 shows that we ran during the Wrestle Grand Slam show. Tour, rather, Jesus. As that's going to be a hell of a main event, though. The draw, the 60-minute time of the draw, was still in the 90s, obviously, and I think this should be even better with it. Potentially might not be a draw. We'll see. Maybe another draw there for Kazuchika Okada. It's, of course, the winner of this match takes on the winner of the Junior Heavyweight title matchup at the anniversary show. So that's kind of what they're building towards in the future there. New Japan Strong Openweight title matchup, Kota Ibushi versus Shingo Takagi. Of course, this match is happening because Kota Ibushi won the New Japan Rumble. Fun match. Very fun match. This is a hell of a New Japan Strong Openweight title matchup because I want to say, was this not the Wrestle Kingdom main event that we had where Shingo won? I just want to double check that. That might have been that. Wrestle Kingdom 15. That was Ibushi and Naito. Now, so that must have been, was it Wrestle Kingdom 16 then? I'm thinking of? Oh, it was Kenta. That's who's in the main event with him. Yes. Interesting. So, that's kind of wild, though. The 2 winners of the Wrestle Kingdom main events from the past 3 years, as far as, not even in the main event, going to be in the co-main of this New Beginning in Osaka show for the New Japan Strong Openweight title. So that's going to definitely, I think you're seeing an elevation of that Strong Openweight title. It's a pretty big deal, especially when you look at those reigns, kind of see who's held that belt. There's a lot of former and future heavyweight champions who've held that belt. So that's pretty big. Tag team matchup here, Bryan Danielson and Kyle O'Reilly versus AJ Styles and Roderick Strong. Fun little match as far as we're cutting that Rushmore Dragon's Den 8-man down into a tag. Fun little match. That should go over very well. Heavyweight title matchup, Bushi versus Rey Fenix. 6-man tag of the 3 Musketeers. I guess the new generation 3 Musketeers. Kazuya Shibata, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Shinsuke Nakamura against Brody Lee in the Order of Destruction in Calvin Tankman and Will Hobbs. Dark Order there. Dark Order 6-man. against the Three Musketeers. Fun little match. As far as a nice little bounce back match potentially for Brody Lee after you see maybe potentially losing or maybe having a build up to one of a future Neverweight title matchup for one of those three guys there. A lot going on. Then the Young Bucks taking on Sonata and Naito. Obviously, we have Hiromu, as I just now realized my dyslexic ass completely fucked up. Tanahashi, there we go. Oh, there we have an extra eye. There we go. As Hiromu Takahashi. But yeah, Young Bucks, Sonata, Naito. Good match. You know, obviously, it's not going to be at the same level if that was Hiromu and Naito, but still a fun little matchup. And six-man, Kenta, Kingston, Pac taking on Doring, Ashino, and Tomohiro Ishii. Six-man of Task Force Death versus Chaos. And to kick off the show, Walter and Josh Alexander versus Tomato Juice of Juice Robinson and Kaji Tomato. Fun little match there to kick off the New Beginning show. A little fallout from the U.S. New Beginning show. We're having Juice and Kaji Tomato involved. Obviously, Juice and Shelly's a better match, or better team, but out of respect for the Tomato Juice name, we had to have it be on the card. So yeah, we have a couple of things pre-booked already for all the New Beginning shows, 2 matches, so we only have to add 4 matches to each of the tour shows. So that's nice. But looks like, I'm curious to see, okay, the tour shows are still getting around 3K, so we're not too crazy over the top with it yet. We're on Corkin the first night, just to kind of get our feet wet here. We have a couple of 6-mans. I think this 6-man will probably be the main, though. And the Bucks and Roddy against Seattle Tomorrow, Kyle O'Reilly, and Daniel Garcia. So Roddy's going to beat Daniel Garcia there in 20 minutes. Maybe it's this, though, now I'm thinking about it. Yep, this is definitely a better match. It's Ray Fenix, Pac, Eddie Kingston, Task Force Death, taking on Chaos of Ashino, Doring, and Francesco. As Ray Fenix beating Francesco there. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better of a matchup. So that we'll go with for... I think we're going to go with some Young Lion matches. On the undercard is Yuto and Yano. Yeah, that's Taku Yano. Yuto Nakashima. So we're in a unique spot for Velocities. Their contract, we were just talking about how we weren't, we should probably get rid of them. Their contracts are actually coming up this month. So, actually, yeah, we'll actually go ahead and put them over here now that we're talking about them. So we're going to let them go, which is unfortunate. Luckily, I think both of them are booked on Noah. Oh, just Jude London, not Paris. That's kind of funny, but so we're just gonna have them get as far as lose to some guys, help elevate some guys. It's kind of the plan here as far as I guess. So we got Fujinami here. I know as far as the old Dragon Masters, but we sent Master Wato back down to CMLL. So I guess we'll just go with Fujinami and Taguchi. It's not the best match in the world, but... yeah, I guess that's what we'll work with. Maybe Rocky and Yo. I'm thinking about it. Rocky and Yo could use maybe some good momentum to go their way. They're both cool. Yeah, we'll have Yo get a win. We'll set it as a Steal the Show match. Little junior tag matchup. Not too crazy there. Another tag. If we can go with a technical masterclass match, that'd be great here. This thing is Shelton. And so Strickland's not the best option, I think, for that technical masterclass. So probably go with Yehai. Which, funny enough, Fred Yehai, both him and Dante Martin, their contracts came up, and we're signing them exclusive deals. But AEW, they are in a spot. They're in a medium company now. They were trying to give them exclusive deals, which was kind of wild to think. Like, having an indie like that be able to be at a point now where they can give guys written deals. So we almost, they weren't even contemplating, staying with them. We had to bump up the money on the contract, which is just funny. It's do you rather go to AEW or New Japan Pro Wrestling? That should be an easy decision. I guess it wasn't in this case. For both of them. As far as, I don't want to go with, like Kojima and someone. I feel like we've used the old guard to death, unfortunately. Yeah, we still want to hold off El Kukui as far as his debut in Japan. Yeah, I mean, Coughlin and Connors isn't a terrible idea. I know they're not really over enough, but Shelton and Yai should have that covered. At least Shelton does. Yeah, probably not so much. Yeah, it might work out, might not. Who knows? Benjamin gonna get the win. Could have maybe made that a 6-man add Fredericks, but it is what it is. Nice. Go with a 6-man to at least change it up a little bit. Go Christico with the Golden Dragons. Yeah, we'll go House of Torture. And Takeda. So almost a junior 6-man. Till we threw Takeda's crazy ass in there. We'll have Christico beat Masashi Takeda. Never thought I'd see the day where those two would share a ring together. We'll take it. That's a fun little match. So we have 3 6-mans and 2 tags. If we could split that up in some way, that'd be great, but I think we're literally going to go with another tag team match. So it is what it is. Let's take a look here. So United Empire could maybe use something. Maybe throw Walter in there. Don't hate that. You know, Walter and like, yeah, like Walter and Zach against Shibata and Fredericks. Not a bad little match. Nice win for Walter. You know, he could use this since we've bumped Fredericks up a good bit in Japan. He's like in mid-50s, pop-wise, low 50s. That's not bad at all. We'll probably have that actually be the co-main now. We'll bump that up. So we can split up the format. Not bad. Not a bad little night. Let's see what we get. That could honestly be the main. 64, though, for the opener. Not bad at all. It's crazy how good Clark Connors and Alex Coughlin are in this mod now because of the excellent chemistry boost. I mean, they have really... They're coming along very, very nicely, which is awesome. Super cool to see that, as Shelton Benjamin does pin Clark Connors with the Pater. He gets outperformed. Clark Connors was the best guy in this match. It's nuts. 65 for Yo and Rocky against De Silva and Drew London, but very good match here. 2 teams with, you know, excellent chemistry and a tag team specialist bonus for Drew London, Paris De Silva. Not bad at all. Sucks about Paris De Silva and Drew London. Maybe we'll keep them around. You know, that rating's just too good not to pass up, at the, you know, as far as them having that bonus, too. I just feel bad that we're not really using them, but they're on a handshake deal, so it's not like we're excluding them from anything. 71 for Caristico with the Golden Dragons against House of Torture as Caristico. Getting one with a lot Mystica of him. Takeda, he's the worst guy in the match. So actually, no, he outperformed Sendeora at least. Should have a shoot fight between Masashi Takeda and Sendeora. That'd be exciting. A nice little matchup here. The 79 has Rushmore beating Dragon's Den as Roddy tapping out Garcia with the Stronghold. Good little match. Yeah, I mean, Roderick's still a little lower than what I was hoping for. He outperforms Garcia at least. Shout out to Demore being the 3rd best guy in the match, though. What a lad. Oh, a 74. Damn, Fredericks and Shibata. Sucking ass here, but good performance, though, from Zack Sabre Jr. and Walter, though. It was a golden bomb for Walter in 20 minutes. Yeah, sky's the limit for United Empire. There's so many talented guys in that stable. And probably I would say, they're probably now the best, like, cohesive group now that Ashino and Doring are on the Task Force Death. As far as, like, ratings-wise, they're probably the best stable that we have. But Ray Phoenix beating Akira Francesco with a Meteora in our main event, which gets to 82. Pac with a 86. Great stuff there. Francesco and Kingston brought it down a little bit, but still a very good match, and I'm very pleased with how that played out. Not a bad day 1 show of the Road to New Beginning tour. Not a bad night in Corkin. It's on to day 2 we go. Alrighty, as day 2 here. So the final Road to show before the Sapporo show. Satoshi Kojima passing on microphone work to Aoda Tamura. and Milano Collection AT practicing on microphone work to Yasutaka Yano. So the 2 matches we have pre-booked, we have a Dark Order House of Torture tag. Actually, I think it's a 6-man. I think it's a junior 6-man, but maybe Takeda's in that match too. And then Okada and Francesco against Hiromu and Bushi, which I believe we did leading up to the Grand Slam show. Oh no, we actually didn't. That was a 6-man. Huh. So yeah, this is the first time we've done this. So that's exciting. But Hiromu's going to beat Francesco there. Then Dark Order, House of Torture, 6-man. Oh, it's the heavyweights. Never mind. This is a hell of a match. It's Brody going to beat Brody. It's Brody Lee beating Brody King there in 20 minutes. Fun little match, though. I think that's a very good 1-2 there. Probably should have had this be the Kanto night, but it is what it is. We might just run back-to-back Cork and all shows. I guess that's not a terrible idea, I guess. I don't know. I kind of hate that. Yeah. Because we are going to go to Sapporo here, which is, we got the Sapporo Dome coming up. So I don't want to run there. That's all I know. Yoshino Sun Plaza is a bad idea. Yeah, the old Dreamies, never a bad option. Actually, we can, Sunday Sun Plaza. Works for me. Oh yeah, we already got everything pre-booked. So, as far as if we could add anything to that New Beginning in Sapporo show, I really don't know, as far as, to like, build up to it. We might have something with Zack and Shibata. As far as, trying to think what would be a good... Because we did, as far as Shibata and Fredericks against Zack and then Volter. We could go with something else this time around. Could go with like a Josh Alexander and Carl Fredericks, or even maybe not even use Carl Fredericks. Could use Tanahashi. I didn't even think about that. Have Shibata and Tanahashi, or even Shibata and Nakamura. That could be fun. Shibata and Nakamura versus Zack, and in either Volter, or we can go with Alexander. Could even go with Okan. Wouldn't hate that either. Just so many goddamn choices to be the second guy with Zack. Man, yeah, we'll go with Josh Alexander. That's a hell of an opportunity for Josh Alexander, but this is just a great win for Shibata here to get over Alexander. Like that, though. I mean, that's a hell of a 1-2-3. And, go with another tag, because what else are we gonna do? It's a goddamn Road 2 show. We could go, just to change it up a little bit, have Jason Lee and Shun Skywalker team up to take on... We'll go with... we'll go with Gresham and Moriarty. Yeah, I want to get Lee Moriarty a little bit over in Japan and give him a nice win here. This would be great for him. Steal the show match. I haven't beat Shun Skywalker. Some talented guys in that match, though. Some talented motherfuckers. So, yeah, we got our Steal the Show match. Really, honestly, if we could have a Young Lion matchup, that would be great. It's kind of killing me that we haven't been booking any Young Lion matches in a while. Because these guys are just stuck here, waiting to get better. At least, Oiwa's kind of like in the 30s, pop-wise, which is kind of nuts. Vegeta's still got a ways to go, but obviously he's, it is what it is there. But, let's see. Because I was thinking Oiwa, Fujita... And then it's either gonna have to be Yasutaka Yano or Yuto Nakashima. Let's just get every Young Lion that we can, just as far as, it should be 25 is a good cap. It's not, we have that's years as a pro. There we go, there's the age, I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. There we go. Alright, that's more like it. So to say, like, Jesus Christ. Whole entire rosters less than that. So yeah, just Oiwa, Fujita. It's crazy Reneria's the same age as Andrew Parker. Yeah, you got Takayana. That's great, 22. Younger shit. I mean, Dante Martin's a 21-year-old though. He's a goddamn wonder kid. Is what he is. Especially in this. That's a lot of juniors. Like, actually, all of them are. But yeah, for as far as the team that's gonna win here, I was thinking Taurus with Silver and Reynolds. It's not a bad call. You give Alex Reynolds a win. Actually, Black Taurus. Shout out Black Taurus. Getting a win. So in the technical masterclass match, go with a tag. No surprise. But, yeah, I think we'll go. Yeah, just because I know Fredericks is going to be over enough. So even though now this is not going to help them out as far as, like, not doing the Connors Coughlin team, because obviously that team has the chemistry boost. But we need someone who's over enough for this to work. So that's why we're going to use Carl Fredericks in this case. It's crazy. Roddy's not over enough. I guess he is in the 40s in Japan, but still. Yeah, Filthy Tom still hanging around. Yeah, we got Yano here. We can go Yano and Harada. It's not great. Oh, yeah, we'll go with Fredericks win over Yano. Yano, it's so funny how a guy who's had, I mean, multiple, like, somewhat big moments in the series, as far as, like, he's beaten an IWGP Heavyweight Champion during the G1, and then had a title match. Had the Brody match, which, and the string of those, and he's just, it's G1 time. For the most part, he's been a go-to, but I just feel like we've kind of outgrown his need. I feel like we can't really do anything creatively with him because he's been there for so long. He's been the comedy act now for so long. You can only go, you can't really do a whole lot after that. Because I love him. God bless him. He's great for his, like, a change of pace. But what we're doing right now, it just kind of like far exceeds the need for a Toru Yano. So it's just kind of weird. But a good little card there. Luckily, this is a 58. I figured it'd be a little bit worse. This was the one match I was a little worried about, but Fredericks and Connors did the damn thing. That was good stuff there. Lifting DDT for Carl Fredericks in 16 minutes. Not bad. They're 56 for Dark Order versus the Young Lions. Oiwa's in the 40s, though, so again, that's a really good sign for him. 50s and then 62 for John Silver. Not bad from the Dark Order side. 68 for Jason Lee and Shun Skywalker against Lee Moriarty and Jonathan Gresham. Jason Lee and Shun Skywalker, excellent chemistry. Makes sense. Yeah, we'll have to have them be like an alternate team. As far as probably going in the future, having Jason Lee and Shun Skywalker as the junior team, and then Takuya Nomura and Abe as the astronauts as the secondary team, or as the heavyweight team, the main team. I feel like that'd do a lot better as far as the structure of the stable as well. So yeah, that's probably what we'll do going forward. Good stuff, though. A nice little match for 68. We'll take it. Joint custody for Lee Moriarty over Shun Skywalker. An 82 for Shibata Nakamura against Zack Sabre Jr. and Josh Alexander as Shibata tapping out Josh Alexander with an ankle lock. Josh Alexander outperformed Katsuyori Shibata. It's nuts, but a fun little match, though. Obviously, Nakamura and Zach had a couple of fun matches too last year in the save, so it's nice to be able to kind of re-spark that flame of that story during this tour as a 6-man, Dark Order, House of Torture, Discus Lariat for Brody Lee over Brody King in 20 minutes. Yeah, Brody, best guy of the match. Hobbs and Tankman, though, were right behind him. Well, I guess not really Tankman, but Hobbs was. Hobbs did better than Jay White. He did better than everybody in this match besides Brody Lee, so that's awesome. I love that match, though. There's a lot of guys I quite enjoy. It's a nice little match. guess that's what happens. We were a couple of years in the same. You're just like, wow, everyone on this roster I enjoy. It's like, well, no shit. You should. You hired and fired the people that you don't like. What a silly thing to say. But 86 over the main event for Okada and Francesco against Hiromu and Bushi. It's a good little match, though, as Hiromu tapping out Kid Francesco with a triangle choke. I figured he just won with a time bomb, but we'll take it. Triangle choke win, the old D there. It's 83. All right, not a bad tour show. Road to show, specifically there. But, yeah, that is, as far as the first part of the tour, out of the way. Now we get to run the New Beginning and Sapporo show. After that, we get our 2 days 3 and 4 of the rest of the tour. And then the New Beginning show in Osaka to end it out on. Should be a banger. Should be, I mean, these are some big nights here. Alrighty, as we're already in the sport dome. Perfect. Sure, I just had that equipped for the event, which is very key. But since they are, Spark for Arthur's court, accused of being an hour late to pick up his assigned travel partner, as the judge, Hiroshi Tanahashi, found him guilty and sentenced to pay for his travel partner's meals for the next 3 shows. But small positive impact, since they are. He needs it, as passing on microphone work to Yato Tamura's Kojima and then AJ Styles. So wanting to pull over Yato Tamura. Yeah, get in line, pal. Everybody wants to work with him. He's the man. Fuck yeah. That's huge. Like, that's massive. Hey, Yato Tamura gonna beat AJ Styles? Jesus. As, main event, of course. Katsuyori Shibata. Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. gonna get the win there in 28 minutes. That's his 3rd defense? 4th defense. So he's now tied Naito's defenses as the 2nd most in the save. It's a big win. Big win. He's been tremendous, of course, as the Intercontinental Champion. And Jay White and Brody Lee, we have a new Never-Openweight Champion in Jay White. So the first time during the entire save that the Never-Openweight Champion doesn't successfully defend the belt. Actually, the 2nd time, excuse me, as I forgot Power E dropped the belt after Wrestle Kingdom. So it's kind of crazy. We kind of did the exact same deal here again, with having someone win the belt at Wrestle Kingdom, then immediately drop it. And just funny enough, it was the guy who dropped the belt to Power E on Brody Lee. So it's just kind of crazy how that works out. Hopefully you got to hear that. I know Bitler's going nuts, but hopefully, as far as for Power E, that obviously was due to circumstances of him leaving. He probably would have had a defense or two, obviously, but for Brody, I just felt like it was a good time to run it back and to do a story like that again, which at least he held it for a little bit longer, but still around the same idea. Just instead of the New Beginning in U.S., it's the New Beginning in Sapporo. But Jay White getting his first reign with the Never-Openweight title. I feel like it's a great time to do it, because like the finish, I think makes a lot of sense, and having Brody go for the boot, Jay White gets out of it, but he's like trying to go for it near the corner, and Brody runs into the corner, kind of gets stuck up against the rope. So as far as trying to get him out of the buckle, and once he finally gets his bearings and is able to get out of the corner, Jay White, Blade Runner, just kind of out of nowhere as the finish. And I just feel like it's a fun little finish, and it's a great start for Jay White to kind of get him on the right track for 2023. And I felt like Brody can get away with losing here. It's kind of the big thing, too. So then Okada and Ishii against Hiromu and Naito in a non-title tag team matchup. So Hiromu going to get the win there over to Ishii in 23 minutes. Obviously, building up to the heavyweight matchup. Then Ashino and Pac. We're going to have Pac beat Ashino. Huge win for Pac. I don't think they've had a singles match against each other. So first time meeting. Huge win for Pac, though. I mean, understatement of the year, saying how big of a match that is for him to win. And Ashino, keep him strong. Then Doring and Kingston. Joe Doring beat Kingston, obviously a little 50-50 there. Booking-wise, Rushmore, Dragon's Den, the 8-man. Say Tomorrow going to beat Matt Jackson. So a big win for the Dragon's Den team. And really building to a future Never-Openweight 6-man tag team title matchup is the idea there. Because, really, they were in Kyle O'Reilly, Hayato Tamura, and Daniel Garcia. They were a fun little team during the New Year's Dash. As far as the, obviously the gauntlet. Getting 3 wins during that gauntlet, definitely gives them a good opportunity. And I think this just kind of solidifies that with Hayato Tamura beating Matt Jackson. This Matt's a little unhappy. Stay out tomorrow. Get over it. It's, yeah, then the Order of Destruction, House of Torture, tag team matchup. Tankman and Hobbs going to get the win. They're the better team, so it just kind of makes sense there. Fun little match, though, I think, for Brody King to be involved in. Junior tag team title matchup. Fuminori Abe and Jason Lee against Daniel Makabe and Jonathan Gresham. Makabe gets the win in 20 minutes. Good stuff, though. Should be a good little match. Obviously, the junior heavyweight tag team title scene, it's kind of been all over the place. As far as we haven't had really a strong run from, as far as almost a 6-month run is kind of really the go-to there, but we haven't really had that in a while. I don't even think, probably since the Lucha Brothers was probably the longest run, which they were champions really from, I know it's all fucked up because they were still on loan from AEW, so really, it starts in June and ended at Wrestle Kingdom, so that was, and even then, still a 6-month reign. Could have went probably a little longer, but an injury happened too, so which is why we had to hot shot the belt off of them. But as far as it's crazy to think from September to now January, there's been it's Makabe and Gresham to Jason Lee and Abe, then back to to Reynolds and Silver, now to Makabe and Gresham again. Lots happening. We've really hot potatoed that bet around a little too much, for them to be 4-time champions. But they're a hell of a team. And that's kind of my thought process there. And it's now the 4th time we've done it, so now there's going to be a penalty involving that match. So that's just great. Just great. Just what we need. So we'll take a look here at the Davies being used too much. Assuming he's on the main, yep. We'll have that be Red Shoes. Perfect. Alright, so really no angles or anything, just pretty straight up. Nothing too crazy. Let's go with a tag. As maybe we do have a couple of tags to kick off the show, so maybe either singles or a 6-man or an 8-man even. See what we get. Yeah, Karisuko's always a good shout. Be nice to use Goto here. No, he's on the chilly side of things, just him and Oiwa, just to get Goto on the card and kind of get him in the right direction. I know he's fallen from grace in our save, and here's a former tag team champion that we were booking really strongly, and then just ratings became a factor as far as it literally became a detriment to have him on the main shows, and just kind of way she goes. Really, there's a lot of guys not on this main card though. Like Nakamura and Sonata and Shingo and Pac even. Well, no, Pac's on the main show. I don't know why we didn't exclude. But look, Kenta not on that main show. Same thing with Juice, Evil. I haven't really used Evil at all since January, so let's have him. Let's do like an 8-man. Evil, Taurus with Gresham and Silver and Reynolds. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. 4th team would be tough to really pick out. We have a lot of trios, but we don't really have a lot of full-on 8-person teams. I guess we can go with, we could go Yano, Rocky, Yo, and Eagles. Not a bad little match, but yeah, Evil gonna get the win there. Over Yano. We could have used Harada in that match. 20 minutes is a long time. I don't know why I gave that so much time. 16's still too long for that match, but it is what it is. Alrighty. Let's run the show. 53 for the first of the 2 pre-show matches. Goto gets the win with the GTR. Unfortunate, that's a 50. Very unfortunate. 65 for the 8-man as Evil, Black Taurus, Reynolds, and Silver against Yano, Eagles, Rocky, and Yo. Whole lot of mid in this match, but Evil's somehow the best guy in the match. That shows you how bad of a match is if Evil's carrying it, but at least he's close to the 70s, so I can't really knock him too much. He's doing pretty well for himself. Black Taurus is in the 60s here, and same thing for Silver. It's not bad. Not a bad showing from the Dark Order side. Evil, though, with everything is evil. To kick off the show at 65, needs a fresh match instead of it being, fourth time around. But Makabe and Gresham having their second successful defense here as Makabe tapping out Abe with the Makabe lock. It's a good little match here. But obviously Jason Lee and Shun Skywalker should be the junior team going forward. So that's kind of like the last hurrah for Abe and Jason Lee is teaming in the future. 76 for the Order of Destruction against House of Torture. Doomsday Plunge for Tankman over Brody King. Good little match to get us back on the right track. Everybody did really well, really besides Brody King, and even then, thanks to the chemistry boost, that's really getting him in the right direction as well. Not a bad little steal the show match. That's what we need. It got the crowd buzzing. And we got an 86 for the 8-man here. Goddamn, it's Bryan Danielson doing the damn thing as the best guy in the match. Nick Jackson and AJ Styles with 80, 78 for Matt, and then 67 for Roddy. Kyle O'Reilly and Al Demore in the low 70s, though, and Daniel Garcia getting carried here. But Jackhammer win for Al Demore over Matt Jackson in 20 minutes. Fuck yeah. Sick. A 77 for Doring and Kingston. It's Doring with a Revolution Bomb in 22 minutes. Good win for the Chaos Heater. Or the Chaos Cowboy, even double C. As Shotaro Ashino and Pac with a 93. Hell of a match here as Pac beats Ashino. Doesn't outperform him. But still a hell of a match, though. A Shooting Star Press win for Pac in 29 minutes. And yeah, I mean, you're talking about some high-level guys there in Pac and Ashino. 90 for the tag match of Naito and Hiromu against Okada and Ishii. That's crazy. Ishii's fallen off so badly, but a hell of a match, though. For everybody else in this match is Hiromu with a time bomb over Tomohiro Ishii in 22 minutes. Good win there. That Okada-Hiromu match is going to be nuts. 82 for Brody and Jay White, as Jay White is the new Never Openweight champion, the Blade Runner. It's a better guy in the ring as far as performance-wise, so it's good stuff. Jay White, man, I mean, as far as, like, the Triple Crown guy in New Japan, I mean, he's gotten everything now. He's U.S. champ, Never Openweight champion, as far as in real life and in the save, obviously, heavyweight champion, G1 winner. He hasn't won the New Japan. He hasn't won the New Japan Cup. I thought he has. He hasn't won the New Japan Cup, and he hasn't won the King of Pro Wrestling tournament as far as in the save. So that's the only two things he's left, and he's literally done all the accomplishments in New Japan, and he's just now turning 31 here in the mod, because it's 2023, because I think he's early 30s, either way. Because I was thinking, at the start of the mod, he was 29, 28, but I could be wrong there. Might actually been in his 30s already. Nonetheless, let's just keep it rolling. Man, we could not get that show back on track, as Zack Sabre Jr. beating Katsuri Shibata with the Article 50, as Shibata really off his game. Thanks for shitting the bed there, Katsuri Shibata, in this big main event. Could have got us back on the right track, and could have got us in the 85-plus category for the Sapporo Dome show, but yeah, we just couldn't follow that tag match, is what happened there. But, it's not going to be a great rating as far as the entire show. We at least increased popularity. We somehow at least got it to an 84. But that Pac Ashino match, I knew was going to be the best thing on the card. But I knew it. Did not expect the 86, though, from the 8-man. Yeah, the two singles matches on the main card were, surprisingly, as far as the two title matches, were surprisingly one of the worst matches on the card. I know it's kind of weird to say. I guess one of the average matches on the card. Maybe not the worst, because that would be the opener, but I mean, it is what it is. We had a lot of things that didn't go our way as far as having that opener be the fourth time, and it's been a couple of months, so I felt like we were in the safe spot. We were not. We're not safe, but it is what it is. I know the Osaka show is definitely going to blow that out of the water, though, so that's why I'm kind of not so bummed about it. It's okay. It's going to probably be one of the worst major shows of the year, but it's not, it's not hurting the towns, or it's not hurting business, so that's kind of what we care about more than anything. But yeah, I mean, Ashino going to get some love, and trying to think who else could use that. Brian maybe again. I know Hiromu and Naito played a big part. Maybe Okada. It's probably a good call. Good stuff. Not bad at all. So now, on to the next two Road 2 shows, and then we end out the episode with the New Beginning in Osaka show. Alright, the Road 2 show for day 3. Backstage instance, Yamasaki here is able to create a relaxed atmosphere when he set up a barbecue outside and cooked for everyone. Hopefully he does that in the All Japan series too. We could use it, as Brody Lee and Evil took on Joe Doring and Ashino as the main event last year. So that's an interesting main event. Lucha Brothers and Velocity's getting a 70. That's a pop. That's crazy. 69. The first ever Road to New Beginning shows. That's why it was so low. But yeah, we have Tanahashi and Shibata against the Order of Destruction, and then Ibushi and Takuya Nomura against Shingo and Sanada. That's a tough one too. I think we're going to go with this as the first matchup, and I think that should be the main. Ibushi and Takuya Nomura against Shingo and Sanada. Hell of a match. As then Tanahashi and Shibata against the Order of Destruction. The Order of Destruction. They're going to beat Tanahashi and Shibata. They have only wrestled during the Tag League. And every time Tanahashi and Shibata have beaten them. Until now. So that should be fun. A little bounce back match for Shibata to kind of get him out of the way. But also, I didn't even talk about Sanada beating Takuya Nomura too in that main event. So I just wanted to clear that up. But yeah, as far as I would like to add the team of Shun Skywalker and Jason Lee as far as having the Blast Off 2. Permanent unit's probably a little... Yeah, it might be a little too much. We might just go with individuals there. Or maybe unit. Yeah, let's go unit. Throw them together against the Velocities, see what they can do. Should be a fun little match. Where the hell is Shun Skywalker? There he is. I was like, what? No. Where the hell is he at? Just want to make sure as far as, yeah. This would be his first win of the year. I was thinking that. I was like, I don't think we've had him even win. Oh, forgot to add the Velocities on the other side. Oh, it just all... it all got fucked up. Alright, there we go. Shun Skywalker. Jason Lee. This would be a nice win for Shun Skywalker. He could use it. Nice. We really don't do a lot of singles matches on the undercards, which I understand, as far as that it's a rarity. But also, I think it could help out some guys. I think Oiwa could use it. As far as taking on someone like a Carl Fredericks, perhaps. Or even a Kojima. Could be fun. Go with Kojima. Getting the win. Because he's probably the next young lion up to go on excursion. If I had to guess. Yeah, we'll have a 6-man for the other one. So actually, I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, we're good. We need just a Techno Masterclass match. 6-man. Yeah, so the Young Lions. Let's go with Carl Fredericks and Connors and Coughlin here. For this side. Gosai Fujita. Yes, Takayano. Yuto Nakashima. Perfect. So yeah, first time meeting. That's nuts. Well, if Clark Connor's gonna win now, help him out a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Carl Fredericks is really the only guy putting that match together as far as popularity, so that might not go over well. We'll see. We shall see. And in the Technical Masterclass matchup, feel like a House of Torture match could go well for Ishimori and Drew Parker. Trying to think as far as we can go with a Reynolds and Silver team. Could go a lot of different ways. Yeah, we'll just go Reynolds and Silver. Yeah, they've had really just during the Super Junior Tag League, and then they had a New Japan Strong matchup with Reynolds and Silver 1. We'll give it to the House of Torture here. So now it'll be 50-50. Ishimori going to get the win. Hopefully over Reynolds. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and make sure. 18 minutes might be a little too long. Bump that down to 16. Alright. Day 3, the road to, the road to New Beginning. To Osaka, to be exact. Definitely will not run. Yeah, we'll just run the amino value. Oh, I'm about to say, we're definitely not running Kanto or something, or even, as far as any of the big venues with this card. Not the best that we've put together. Still not bad, though, for the openers. A 64 for House of Torture against Reynolds and Silver's Ishimori with the Bloody Dragon. 65 for Ishimori, 57 for Silver, 55 for Drew Parker, and a 51 for Alex Reynolds. Yeah, not bad. Not a bad little junior tag match. 6-man's a 57. Shout out Young Lions getting carried. As, the House of Nokiism team doing very well for themselves here. As Fredericks, Connors, and Coughlin. Mowing on along as the Roar of the Champion for Clark Connors getting the win there. 46 for Satoshi Kojima and Noiwa. Yeah, probably should have swapped that. I don't know what I was thinking. We'll keep it rolling. 63 for Jason Lee and Shun Skywalker against Paris Day Silva and Jude London. Good little junior tag match. Yeah, but Shun Skywalker with the Skywalker Moonsault. Some good stuff there. Velocities probably should have won. They were the better team by 2 points. Tough break for Velocities. 74 for Tanahashi and Shibata against Hobbs and Tankman. Order of Destruction getting the win with the Doomsday Plunge for Will Hobbs over Shibata. Fuck yeah. What a team. Love them. The 78 for Ibushi and Nakamura and Takuya Nomura. About to Nakamura, but it's Ibushi and Takuya Nomura losing to Sanada and Shingo. Now it's a tough break for Blastoff. But really the big thing is, obviously Sanada and Shingo the better team on paper. It's pretty close though. Just a slight edge to him. But Sanada with the rounding body press. Another thing, we just need Sanada to get a win there. Kind of the idea. It's crazy, it's 75. I didn't even think that was going to be that good of a show. But turned out to be pretty good. So now our final tour show here coming up. Alrighty, as day 4, final tour show, Tanahashi and Jeff Cobb here, as Jeff Cobb's brought forward Wrestler's Court, accused of failing to pick up his share of the tab on the shared rental car. As the judge, Hiroshi Tanahashi, found him guilty and sentenced him to shut up and pay, or sentenced him rather to pay the full cost of reimburse his job partners. He didn't tell him to shut up. Oh my god, as small positive impact there. Christ, get in line, Kenta. He's one to put over Yao Tamura as well. Everybody's so kind. so kind to help that man along. So AJ Styles and Roderick Strong against Bryan Danielson and Yao Tamura. Let's just have AJ lose. This is the start. Holy shit. So Yao Tamura going to beat AJ Styles in 20 minutes. Nuts. United Empire, Liberty United, 6-man here. United Empire going to get the win as it's Volta, Josh Alexander, and then Gavin McGavin taking on Jeff Cobb, Alex Shelley, and Kaiji D'Amato there in 20 minutes. Probably gave that a little too much time, but it is what it is. So, really, as far as if there's anything we could maybe build here going forward, I kind of want to see what a Ashino Ishii team would be like. So, we're going to do Kenta and Kingston. Maybe Pac and Kenta, maybe. Instead, that might be a little bit better of a matchup. No, let's go Kingston. And Ishii. It's a fun little match. Also give that 20. This is tough. I feel like Ashino should get the win here to kind of bounce back, but should he beat Kenta? Should he beat Kingston? Yeah, let's go Kenta. I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. So, as far as the next couple of matches, I would maybe do let's go Lucha Brothers. Lucha Brothers, and then it sucks because Bushi, there's no other, junior for him to team up with. Don't want to do Shingo. That could work, though. Wouldn't be great, but it'd work. Yeah, let's just go Shingo. That's probably our next best guess. Our next best get. Really there anyways, but we'll have Shingo beat Pentagon Jr. I am curious if we've done this before. I'm sure that we have. Yep. Oh wow, during the Road to Fantasticmania show. Oh, love that. Completely forgot that. That's that's embarrassing. So yeah, another singles match for a young lion here. Yeah, we'll go Yano maybe. Actually, we might even go with Yui Mora. Just go with as someone who's obviously not a young lion anymore, but really has not gotten his bearings down like I would hope, because I do love him. As far as he's someone that I quite enjoy. Him and Narita specifically, I think that both of them not really doing a whole lot. And of course, Narita's kind of like a child out of the country now, because we also got him out of Task Force Death. We might try them as a team, just to kind of see what happens. Sometimes you just gotta throw shit at the wall. Hope it sticks. We'll do that with this. Narita, Yui Mora. See what junior team we could use. Golden Dragon's not a bad call. Velocity's not bad. Give Velocity's a win. I know we've been booking them to death as of late. So it's not going to work as far as... they're not going to get a good rating from Pop. We know that's going to happen. But it still is going to give them some pop in the right direction. That's kind of what we're looking for. But Narita's going to lose. So not a young lion matchup, but a match that's going to hurt the show a little bit. So then the Technical Masterclass matchup. We'll go with the singles, actually. We'll go with a Filthy Tom Lawler matchup, since he's not doing anything. He hasn't done anything since December. We might let him go, actually, after this match, because he's just wasting space. Yeah, maybe him and Fujinami. He's considered unimportant. Damn you, Fujinami. Yeah, we got Takeda, who's not doing a whole lot. Yeah, that'd be fun. Masashi Takeda and Filthy Tom. They had a strong match back in October. Which, hopefully this is a good little match, but if it's not, it's no big deal. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's right. Filthy Tom now can't even work like over 10 minutes, so yeah. Yeah, it's time to move on from him. Let's pick our venue. Yeah, we'll go Chubu here. Doyashi General Gymnasium. Works for me. Alrighty. Day 4, here we go. So 40 for the opener. Not as bad as I thought it would be, but yeah, obviously, Paris Day Silva and Drew London doing the heavy lifting, but Yui Mora at least is in the 40s, so that's a good sign. Just Narita doesn't have a chance in hell. It looks like, just from performance-wise, just not great. 9:33 though, for Paris Day Silva. And a 41, yeah, the crowd wasn't into it, so we knew that was going to suck. But Takeda gets the win with the ankle lock at 15:56. Yeah, Filthy Tom, gotta go. Yeah, gotta go. Ray Phoenix, rotator cuff strain. Hate to see that. Injury there before the Bushi match. He still should outperform him, but it sucks to see. Pumping bomber, though, from Shingo over Pentagon Jr. And yeah, Shingo almost got outperformed by Pentagon Jr. It's not a great rating there from Shingo. I'm not sure what's going on there with him. Just kind of... Oh, just inconsistency holding back. Cold crowd, too. A whole lot of shit's gone bad for this tour show. And Bushi's the one who caused it, so that's fun. Because they gotta wrestle again. Of course, Ashino and Ishii don't have any chemistry either. Man, this is just the worst card ever. Ashino getting the one with ankle lock in 20 minutes over Kenta. Fuck, that was terrible. 56 here as Kaji D'Amato with an inflamed pector major tendon there. As that is that's not good, because he's supposed to be in the opener. I'm assuming with that injury, he'll probably be out. TKO win, though, for Josh Alexander in 1947. Sounds like he knocked him out, but that's obviously the move. But, yeah, a lot of injuries here. And I was just thinking, I was like, man, I think everybody's kind of like healed back up besides Ray Horace. And now we get 2 injuries in one night. Jackhammer from Hayato Tamura over Roderick Strong. So it must not have kicked in that he. I wonder what happened there. Because he was supposed to beat AJ Styles there. Maybe I didn't save it or something. Oh well, this card has sucked ass. A 72, not great. Couldn't get anything going. Just a shit show of a tour show. You hate to do that going into a major show, too. That's a real kick in the balls. But, I mean, at least everything's went somewhat well. We just gotta hope for the best, really, going forward here. As, on to the final show here, the New Beginning in Osaka show. Alrighty, for the New Beginning in Osaka show, hopefully you don't hear Theodore. He is not wanting to get up. It's, New Japan World, obviously here. And, for this show, we have a lot going on. But backstage incidents here with Jushin Liger is the first one. See, right in the move backstage, right, doing several funny cartoon drawings of some of his colleagues. He is a hell of an artist, Jushin Liger is. That does make sense. That checks out. There's Satoshi Kojima passing on tips on microphone work to Hayato Tamura. Again, Hayato Tamura. Let's just strap the belt to him. Let's fucking make a guy. And that man, everyone wants to put him over. It's great. Absolutely fantastic. So, we have for our main event, Hiromu and Okada. The IWGP Heavyweight title. Kazuchika Okada will win and retain his heavyweight title. So they, of course, have had multiple big-time matches. The first one, King of Pro Wrestling, and this was really the first big match of the series, where it's like, oh shit, we're really hitting that next level now. And then the time limit draw during the G1. Then the heavyweight title matchup, so they were 1-1-1. And then they had another draw. So they're 1-1-2. So now, the second win, though, for Okada, as, just, great. So they have had just tremendous matches. I know we've had a couple of matches as of, because we've had from, basically from June, July, and September, now another one here in February. A pretty recent, back to back like that in the span of a couple months, but luckily just long enough to where it's not going to hurt the matches or anything. It's Kota Ibushi, Shingo Takagi for the New Japan Strong Openweight title. We do have a new champion in Kota Ibushi. Hell of a run for Shingo. I know it's only been 45 days. He did drop the belt. That's what I thought. He was the New Japan Strong Openweight champion going into Wrestle Kingdom. So only 45 days as champ. I know it's not probably the reign he wanted, but I think Ibushi's going to help elevate it just a little bit more than Shingo has. Fun run. I mean, really, you look at all these champions. I mean, really, all of them have some type of positive about them. There hasn't been, even Sheamus, even though he wasn't around for a whole lot. Obviously, Sheamus, it's a great style that he has, especially taking on some big dudes like that and be able to beat the shit out of each other. It's perfect for what we were going for. And this is a fun match, though. Kota Ibushi going to get the win there. As I am curious to see, have they've probably wrestled in the G1, but I'm not sure what else they've. Yeah, this power struggle. This was probably for the briefcase, because there's Ibushi beating him at the G1. So they were 1-1 and hadn't wrestled in almost 2 years. That's crazy. Great win there for Kota Ibushi. And then the Bryan Danielson, Kyle O'Reilly, AJ Styles, and Roderick Strong matchup. So Bryan Danielson gonna beat AJ Styles there in 24 minutes. Kind of glad now that I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it, I think we should have AJ get a win. Yeah, let's have AJ beat Kyle. Sorry, Kyle O'Reilly. I feel like he's just kind of getting fucked over. He's had to lose now twice on the major shows. AJ was supposed to bounce back after losing out tomorrow, but it ended up being Roderick Strong on accident. So there's that. So yeah, Ray, Phoenix, Bushi, at least the match is still taking place, but Bushi's injury's probably going to hurt it a little bit. Steal the show match, though. 14 minutes. Ray Phoenix going to get the win. Three Musketeers, Dark Order. Nakamura going to beat Will Hobbs there. Great win for everybody involved, I think. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe have Shibata. They could use a win. They could use a win there. So Tanahashi's the agent. Well, that'd be Liger. Then the Young Bucks against Sonata and Naito. Good match here. Sonata going to take the fall, though. The Young Bucks have been on a roll. Think we're going to lead this to a Young Bucks Naito Hiromu matchup, though, for the tag team titles. Just feels like that's the story that we're going with. Then Task Force Death versus Chaos, 6-man tag. Yeah, we have this as a Steal the Show match. We probably should not have that be a Steal the Show match. Probably have that one go a little bit longer. About 23 minutes to be exact. So Ashino is, he's going to beat Pac here. It's a big win. Big win. As, yeah, I think that's the right decision. Get that win back. Then Volter, Josh Alexander against Tomato Juice. Volter going to beat Kaji Tomato. Afterwards, we see Tomato Juice, as far as, seeing a destroyed Kaji Tomato, and then Juice gets in the ring and helps him up, and it looks like they're heading to the back. They embrace with a hug. Then Juice Robinson knees him in the balls. Oh no! Tomato Juice! What's going on here? Tomato Juice, it's no more. It's Juice Robinson. Another nail in the coffin, though. He's not done after the knee in the balls. Pulp Friction leaves Tomato Land. Does a couple of snot rockets on him. Just really playing it up. Going full, like, 80s heel. So, yeah, I just feel like Liberty United's in a weird spot where it was a fun run. We were able to do a lot of stuff, obviously, to bring back Tomato Juice from really the as an original creation, to bring it back again in this save. A lot of fun. It was cool seeing everyone in the comments love to see it back. But obviously, we haven't used them the same way we did in the past. And yeah, I think this is the best way going forward now. I think they've peaked. They've ran their course. It's time. And I think a Juice heel turn, I think it can work. We'll see how it goes, though. We'll have to see. There's going to be another angle, too. And that Task Force Death hit the ring and attack Okada, who's getting ball. So yeah, Okada's doing his post-show speech, thanking the fans, hyping up the anniversary show, and how he's going to be the winner as the Battle of the Champions and all of this, but gets attacked by Task Force Death as Ray Fenix, Kenta, and obviously Kingston, Pentagon Jr. Yeah, I think that's but no. Oh, Pac. I think we're missing someone. We were. Yeah, they hit the ring, beat up on Okada, and yeah, we have a little build there for the heavyweight champ versus junior champion matchup. How fun! I think that should be. I think it should be a fun little match. Yeah, we'll have everybody be over this. I guess if we did everybody but Pac, that would have been weird. Fun stuff though. I think this is a nice little card. Not the best card now I'm really thinking about it. Honestly, that US show is going to be tough to beat, especially with how great that main event was. We'll see, though. As, a couple of pre-show matches. Why not? So really the only singles matches on this card are the title matches, so I don't mind doing that on the pre-show here just to change it up. Yeah, maybe another El Kukui appearance on a pre-show. Yeah, him and Umino. Yeah, that's the other one. I forgot Shota Umino. I was thinking, yeah, I don't know why I was confusing Ren Narita and Shota Umino, but as far as, yeah, Shota Umino's still in Task Force Death. He's just, we don't talk about him. The shooter's falling on hard times in this series. It's crazy, though, that it's funny how, because obviously this save, the mod was created before all those guys came back from excursion. So it's just kind of funny that we turned the Great Okan into something. Like, Okan, I'd say we were able to salvage what little he was doing out of all the guys that were obviously on excursion when we started. Definitely has been the biggest success story, which is just funny because, obviously, I think, for as far as for right now, he's definitely been out of that class, probably been the bright spot out of everyone that's came back from excursion. It's just, it's funny how that works out. Even in this, the Great Okan turned into the guy out of that group. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Paul London's gonna get. We're gonna not extend him either. I just feel like I want to book Paul London, but it's probably shouldn't. It's 2023. I gotta give it up. Gotta give it up. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I just feel like I got a lot of options. Maybe Gresham. It's just Gresham, and yeah, we'll use Filthy Tom one more time to get rid of him. Here's we'll just have Gresham beat him in 10. And the Gresham. Not a bad showing there to beat Tom Lawler. Alrighty. Let's make sure we're in the Osaka Dome. Okay, we already are. Perfect. Figured so. Just wanted to double check. Let's run the show. Shota Umino and El Kukui. So El Kukui does outperform him. That's nice, but he gets the one with the shooting star press on 931. He was still off his game, but it could have been a lot worse. 69 here for Gresham and Filthy Tom. It's the spike driver for Jonathan Gresham or Filthy Tom Lawler in 10:01. Tomato Juice for the final time. Who would have saw it? As, yeah, Josh Alexander and Walter gets the win. It's Walter with a golden bomb. Not a great opener, but it could have been a lot worse. Obviously, if Kaiji Tomato's injury wouldn't have happened, it'd probably been in the 70s, but what can you do? Within the angle was better than the match, so that's fun. Yeah, so Liberty United's going to be in a unique spot, because now you have Cobb, Shelley, and Hanare, and obviously Kaiji Tomato, so, and Hammerstone. There's still pieces that can work. It's now seeing what those, four are going to do, now that obviously, as far as do they stay together, is Juice, what's Juice doing? It's all, gotta wait and see. It's a story's gotta, it's an ensemble, and it's gotta be revealed as Ashino pinning Pac with a T-bone suplex in 23:04. Hell of a match, though, in 86. Shino and Pac carrying this one, though, as the heavy lifters. Kenta was at least up there with 86, and then Doring, Ishii, and Kingston were involved as well. But, yeah, I mean, hell of a match. Can't beat that. 79 for the Young Bucks and Sonata and Naito as Nick Jackson pinning Sonata with the Meltzer driver. Great win for the Young Bucks as Naito and Sonata, they did outperform them. But Naito with a grade 2 calf strain. Not great, but luckily it's just the anniversary tour coming up, and we'll be able to ice that back to health, hopefully. So he's back at full strength. So an 83 for the 6-man of Nakamura, Tanahashi, and Shibata against Hobbs, Tankman, and Brody Lee. As the running single leg knee strike there, the Bumae for Nakamura. Fuck yeah. Good stuff. 75 for Bushi and Rey Fenix. Yeah, sucks about Rey Fenix's injury, but still was a decent little match, as Rey Fenix getting the one with the Meteora in 13:32. It's his 4th defense of the junior heavyweight title, and obviously Rey Fenix has been incredible. Even with that injury, he's still doing the damn thing. A 76 for Bryan Danielson and Kyle O'Reilly, as, my God, everybody getting hurt. As Kyle O'Reilly gets banged up here, but Bryan Danielson and Kyle O'Reilly, fun little team. They were the better team. They probably should have won here. But the Super Styles Clash, goddamn, especially with them having excellent chemistry, that warms me out. Because, yeah, that would be a hell of a team. I were to assume, like, a team that should have excellent chemistry that I've never seen team, yeah, Bryan Danielson and Kyle O'Reilly, it's like, yep, that would be at the top of the list as far as current day, wrestling. But Kota Ibushi beating Shingo Takagi. Hell of a win here for Kota Ibushi, and I feel like that's a great thing for him to help elevate that strong openweight title. As he gets to win the Phoenix Plex in 27-28 into New Japan Strong Openweight title winner. Surprised I wasn't in the 85+ category, but we'll take it, though. Hopefully the main event delivers. We'll see. It does. 99 here is Okada beating Hiromu with the Rainmaker in 35-33. Our sixth defense for Kazuchika Okada. Hell of a match, though. I wasn't nervous, but sometimes you never know with TEW. Sometimes you just have to see, you have to roll the dice with it and see what happens. It's good stuff there, and the angle did well too. Hell yeah! Will the junior champion beat the heavyweight champion with that little bit of momentum here? You never know. Stranger things have happened. It's crazy that the really chaos is really coming together now that Ashino and Doring joined it. Who knew? Just feel like that it's upped Chaos's game way above than what it is. That's some good stuff. Good stuff there. So yeah, Okada and Hiromu, fucking hats off to both of them. They were tremendous, and yeah, I know yeah, let's go Nakamura here because we've been kind of giving love to Pac and Ashino in the past, so it'd be nice to change it up a little bit. But a hell of a match to end out. Some great matches we saw on this tour. The main events are delivering, and that's, if there's something to deliver, I'm hoping it's that main. It just sucks that our New Beginning and Sapporo show stunk the bed, but what can you do? At least we had 2 out of 3 major shows had 99 main events. You can't beat that, unless you get 100. But that's I still can't believe I haven't seen one that we've recorded. We've done so many goddamn shows on TEW 2020 on the channel, and yet the only time we've done 100 is with the all-time tag league. So I guess there is that. But excluding that, only doing like legit saves, as I call it, would have been cool to see. Maybe it can still happen. Who knows? But thank you all for watching episode 52, the New Beginning tour, as far as both in the U.S. shows and the shows in Japan. Hell of a tour. That's I tell you, bounce back after Wrestle Kingdom having shows like that. At least not the Sapporo one, but what can you do? But yeah, now on to the anniversary tour. And of course, the anniversary show main event: heavyweight champion versus junior heavyweight champion Kazuchika Okada versus Rey Fenix. And after that anniversary show, of course, that episode will be the New Japan Cup. So we'll be, goddamn, what's it going to be, the 4th one we've done? Yeah, the 4th one that we've booked. I can't believe it. As and we'll catch you guys there for the future New Japan. As thank you all, and hopefully you all have been bundled up. It's getting colder now. We're getting into the fall, and because I went to the store today. I know we're kind of going off a tangent here. It's 43 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is cold for September. So it's probably going to be quite the chilly, at least here. I don't know, but obviously unless you're blessed to be in close to the equator, or somewhere like California or Florida, you're probably cool to go. But everywhere else, we're probably going to be freezing to death. So that's fine.